Greetings everybody, Fuku here, and today I want to show you how to set up your first simple gacha farm. And without further ado, let's begin. First of all, of course, you need gacha. Everything you need to know about gachas is they produce random resources. You can access their inventory, production, and you get a random reel of resources. There can be rare resources or common resources. The rarest one is element dust. But me personally, with all the element that's already in the game, I don't really need the element producing gacha. They also have a crafting skill, which the higher the crafting skill, the better the stuff they can produce is. And they don't only produce resources, they can also produce crystals, like loot crystals. That's why they are called gacha. And they can get up to like ascendant level depending on the amount of crafting skill the gacha has. So, if you want gachas just to farm a specific resource, level them to 160% crafting skill. It has something to do with like the maximization of their actual resource production, because if you get over 160%, they start producing more loot crystals for like gacha stuff and less actual resource crystals. So only level them to 160% if you want them for the resource stuff. If you want them for the loot stuff, for the mastercraft and ascendant weapons and whatever you all get from them, then you pump everything you have in crafting skill. My highest crafting skill right now is at like 200%. It caps out at around 260% from what I have heard. So you will probably have to get some breeding on for them to actually be able to reach that amount. But about 220-230% is, with a good high level gacha, is possible. So if you're just here for the resource gacha production, you can basically tame all the gachas there are. And even the low levels, it doesn't matter, because even the low level managed to get to 160%. All you need to have is the right resources that you are looking for. If you want a gacha for the gacha mechanic, for the loot, you would have to look for a high level gacha, like level 140, 150, and hope for a good roll in crafting skill. My best gacha turned out at like 135%, but that was a pretty bad roll. I think if you are lucky, you can get like 150, 160% from the get-go, and that would be a very, very good roll. So, you have your two gachas, one female, one male. There you cannot have more than two gachas next to each other. You have one pair, they are solitary creatures. They don't like to be in a big herding pen or something like that. You need 10 foundations between them. If there would be a third gacha here, they would be unhappy. It would really go negative for the production. They don't like that. So, two gachas. Next, you need owls. A lot of owls and dung beetles. The owls produce the owl pellets, which are like the very nutritious fertilizer. They are also a preferred food for the gacha. And you have to feed the gacha the owl pellets, and it gives you a boost, a crafting skill boost. Which means you get better stuff and more resources as long as your gacha have an owl pellet. You will see that by if they are boosted by the owl pellet, if their back is glowing. So you need tons of owl pellets for the boosting food, and for the standard food that they eat, you will have to get plant species Y. It was a community test. They tested it all the different foods out that are the best, and plant species Y is the best feeding food for the gacha to get the best results. Yeah, you can get plant species Y on extinction in the desert biome. Just farm with a herbivore down at the oasis part of the desert map, and you should get enough Y seeds. You can actually build a few robots, so survivor made, and they will auto harvest and farm, even if they are some buggy little fuckers that always keep on getting stuck at something. No matter that, you will have a lot of plant species Y. I heard that it's because they are counted by the game as structures, because you plant them on the ground, and because gachas really like to eat structures as their preferred food. It's like the best result and like the easiest to actually mass produce without tons of resources that you have to actually build. So you have owl pellets, you have the food, and you have the gacha. What now? You put them next to each other, you don't have to activate wandering or anything, they all do it automatically. You put a lot of Y traps into their inventory. Then you put the owl pellets into their inventory. Do we have any owl pellets here? Thank you guys. Putting some owl pellets in you. Next time they feed, their back will start glowing because they have eaten the owl pellet. Takes a few seconds, but I want to show you how the back is glowing when the actual bonus is in effect. Yep. Now you see the glowing, the little orbs flying around. He's boosted by the owl pellet. And they throw down... This one is a normal crystal, but sometimes it's like a ramshackle, apprentice, journeyman crystal, etc. If you don't want to stand behind them and collect every single crystal the entire time and waste your time. In Ark Survival Ascended they actually changed Pegomastructs to automatically collect gacha crystals. So you can just put them next to them and your entire farm is basically automated. Except the collection of the actual food and put it into the gacha inventory. But after they are full with owl pellets and Y traps, you can just go and do something else and come back later and find your Pegomastructs full with equipment. You will see the crystals that don't have any color. Those are the ones with the normal resources in them. The ones that have a color and are like apprentice, ramshackle, journeyman, etc. Those are the ones with the special loot, with the gacha loot you're after. So I can open them. The ones that I got. Let's see what I got. 200% shotgun. A little bit of riot stuff. Yeah. That's from apprentice crystals. And these gachas are not very high. This one is on 180, this one is 170. When you have a gacha at like 230, 240% crafting skill, you will get really, really good loot. So it's definitely worth it. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope you have a nice evening. And yep, that was it. Goodbye.